and welcome to A Slice of Home. We're on location this week at the Temiskaming train station and museum. And with me today is Danielle Gravel and Jacques Goulet, who are both with the P.E. Jean-Jean Historical Society. Jacques is the president of the society, and Danielle is the secretary. So welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Maybe first of all, what we'll do, Jacques, I'll put the first question out to you, is what exactly is the P.E. Jean-Jean Historical Society?
Well, first of all, we formed that society to, we're the owner of the train station, and we want to take care of the local history at the same time. So we needed a vehicle for that, so we formed the P.E. Jean-Jean Historical Society. Okay. That's the main reason.
Good. And who are some of your other members of the society?
Well, I'm the new president. Adèle Bélanger is the vice president. Danielle is the secretary, and we have José Prezo, who is the treasurer. And we have two more board members. We have Pierre Gingras and Glenn McKenzie. Also, I want to mention at the same time that we're looking for two new members. Like, we'd like to be 8 members of the board. So that's what covers it.
So for all those history buffs out there and anybody that's interested in that is very, like, you know, somebody that really loves the town and really wants to promote the town would be a good candidate to do that. So if you're interested, make sure, do they just give you a call or?
Yes, we can call me or Danielle, or any members of the board.
Good, good, okay. Now, maybe what we'll do is we'll talk about what's new this year at the train station here. Danielle, what are some of the things people can expect when they come?
Well, I think they'll be surprised this year. We have something interesting. Downstairs on the first floor, there are 2 new exhibits. One is fossils, and they're from Notre-Dame-du-Nord, and they were collected in the Quebec and Ontario Temiskaming County. And we also have an exhibit on, actually it's more of a presentation on astronomy, and it talks about the galaxies and the solar system, and it's interactive, so the children might really, I think they might enjoy that. And then of course upstairs, we, last year we had put the exhibit of the Canadian Centre of Architecture, we had put it away last year. This year we set it up upstairs, which is where we are now. And it looks a lot different upstairs. We think it looks better.
Oh, it looks very nice.
And of course, we also have the boats by Jack Crawford, the boats that used to sail Lake Temiskaming. And basically that's it. And I'd like to take this opportunity to invite the population to come by and visit the museum. It has changed a bit, and if you have visitors or if you're looking for something to do on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, it's a great place to come.
It's a great idea, it is, and like I said, I unfortunately, when my parents have come, they've come like at night for supper and then they go home, but sometimes they come during the day, so I'm going to bring them for sure, and it's a great opportunity to show off your town, and to, there's such a rich and rare history here, like we were saying earlier.
For sure, and then there's the falls not far, and then the walkway.
Exactly.
I'd like to mention that also with the Canadian architectural exhibits, we really covered the history of Temiskaming, like from the beginning with the first pulp company, paper company, and we cover really the history of the region. So it's really a place to come and see.
It is phenomenal, and just even the architecture they were saying. I think I do remember seeing this exhibit, and I think it was because the architect who designed the town. There's something behind there as well. There's so much to learn. So if definitely people, if you haven't been yet, or if you would like to come again and check out the new stuff, please come out. Now. Maybe we can talk a little bit about, Jacques, how this society, how you're funding all of this. How does it work?
Well, we really rely on donations. We have grants every year, like the Canadian Historical Museum Society. Well, they've been giving us a grant every year, so I don't see why they wouldn't give us another one this year. And we have, well, the information booth from for the region. This gives us a little help too. Plus we have the membership fees and really donations.
That's a big thing. People can become card members or members. How does this work?
There's a $5 fee to be a member, and you receive a card saying that you're a friend of the station. But you can also make a donation. Oh, what's new also is that we now have registration number so that we can give out income tax
Oh.
receipts. So if you need a tax shelter, what a great place to give it to.
Exactly,
Also
good
like to
idea.
mention the grant from the Association of Canadian Museums. We use that money to hire students for the summer. That's what that money goes for. And there's another grant that comes from the Quebec Ministry of Culture and Communications,
Okay.
and that helps us pay the operation, the day-to-day operation fees.
Okay, and I understand this year it was the Quebec Municipal Board, or I'm not sure if it was the Quebec Municipal Board, but somebody gave you a little bit of a break. What happened here?
Well, we applied to the Quebec Municipal Board to receive a tax exemption, a municipal tax and school tax, because we're a nonprofit organization. And they reviewed our case. They came to Temiskaming, and we had an audience publique, a public hearing. And they agreed, provided the town, the municipality agreed, and town council did agree to give us a tax exemption. For the municipal board gave us the exemption for 97, 98, and then council agreed to defer the 96, 97 taxes. So they gave us a grant for those taxes.
Excellent, that always helps. When you're running a nonprofit organization, to get breaks like that definitely helps, eh?
Well, it's helping us getting out of the red, and that's
yes.
very important.
Definitely. Now, what are your hours of operation going to be like? I know the timber train started. Has this affected your hours of operation?
Well, until I'd say the end of June, we'll be open for the trains, the timber train, from around 11:30 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then starting, I'd say around Saint-Jean-Baptiste, we're going to be open from around 11 to 8 at night.
Okay.
So at that time, it's going to be 7 days a week for the summertime, especially with the help of the students.
Now, the two of you can kind of pitch in on this one if you like, because there's such potential here with this timber train, with the possibility of maybe the tracks coming to the train station at some point. What would this mean for the train station and museum?
Well, it's like a dream there. It could bring back the original location of the train station. It would be a train station again. That's one of the things. I know we would still be a part of it as a museum, but we might have to use the first floor, part of the first floor, to accommodate the arrival of the train. So it's something to think about there.
We'd be reliving history.
For sure.
Yeah, and how do you think, what other future prospects do you see happening here as well? There's the possibility of the timber tracks, but there's other future prospects, are there not? I know you...
Like this year we wanted to have a display of the history of the train in our region. And because of lack of time, and we were kind of late in deciding what we were going to do. So we'd like to, especially the television viewers there, if they have something, artifacts of or pictures of well, it tells the history of the train in the region. We would like to hear about them, and if they could lend us what they have, or maybe give it to the Pays Jean Drouin Historical Society, they would be most welcome. Also, we would like to cover not only the history of the train in Temiskaming, but Kipwa, Laniel, and all the region right to Anglier.
Okay.
So
The
that
whole
would be-
area. That would be really interesting. I'm sure there are people out there that have information like that. Now, with regard to your summer students, Danielle, maybe we can go into a little bit about that, how the hiring of summer students works, and so on and so forth.
Well, like I said earlier, we depend on a grant from the Canadian Association of Museums, and we work in cooperation with the town of Temiskaming because the Tourist Information Bureau is in another location close by. So the students that are hired for the museum also work for the tourism and vice versa. So we rely a lot, we work with the town to look at the list of students that are available. So if there are students interested in working here, if their name is at the town, then we'll certainly get to look at them as potential candidates.
Good, good.
There's another thing. Right now we're in the process of trying to get somebody from Emploi Québec it would be a 6-month program. We have a few candidates right now, and we're in the process of deciding who we're gonna have for the 6 months. So this is one thing that that might us help us at least for the timber train season. That would cover the whole season. Because with students, we only have for about, I'd say, 8 weeks or in the summertime. So it doesn't really cover the whole tourist season.
Yeah. So there's a possibility of a 6-month contract for someone with Employment Quebec. Okay. Now, gosh, you know, there's so much with that timber train, that there's so much possibilities in this town with to show our history off to people coming in and so on and so forth, that really your future prospects are really unlimited when you think about it. I know space is limited as well if that happens, but it's going to be neat because you'll be reliving the history of the train station. And so with all of your other exhibits or anything, have you thought about what could happen there, or are you just kind of going to take it one step at a time?
I think we need to take it one step at a time, and
Mean another building, might mean another building, you never know.
I don't know if we go that far.
Another building.
We're growing, we're expanding. No. We'll see what happens. It's just something that's, it's nice to have the possibilities out there, you know. Now maybe when people come here as well, they also have the access to the tourist information booth downstairs?
That's right, when it's in operation, which is
Okay.
usually June 24th till the Labor Day weekend.
Okay, so it's
not
not
Because-
until then.
Yep, that's right.
There's another thing I'd like to mention about our train station. It's classified as an historical monument in Quebec. So really, just the building by itself is something to see.
Oh, it is. It's a beautiful building, just gorgeous. Now, there's something else too that you're working on is, Danielle, you were saying earlier, is the souvenir baskets. What's this all about?
Well, as Jacques was mentioning, we would like to create a 6-month project with Emploi Québec, and we thought that maybe we could open sort of a boutique with local and regional products. We're not sure we're going to go that far, but we are working with the Société de Développement du Témiscamingue, and they're working on a basket of local and regional products that maybe they could give to us on consignment, and that we could offer tourists. And I think this would be an interesting original project for visitors and even for people who live in town and would like to have an original gift or something.
Definitely, it's a neat idea.
I'd like to add a special thanks to the Société Historique du Témiscamingue,
Okay.
because they're the ones who helped us to putting the displays on the main floor, like how do you call them, those, the fossils and the solar system things there.
Okay.
So we had a good help from them doing
Not
that.
always, especially when you're nonprofit, every little bit of help, is definitely appreciated. Is there anything else you wanted to add at all before what we can do is we're going to tell people again that, we're going to entice them a little bit, tell them, maybe we can recap what's new and recap the hours of operation.
Okay, so during the timber train hours, which is, they usually operate from Wednesday to Sunday, and that's from 11:30 to 2. The cost is $2 for an adult and $1 for children. And then during the summer months, June 24th till Labor Day weekend, it's open 7 days a week, 10 to 8, or maybe 11 to 8. I think it's 11 to 8, to be sure. Because we work with the Tourist Information Bureau,
Okay.
and it's open 11 to 8.
Okay, and we've got definitely the fossils and the astronomy exhibits downstairs. And what exactly, again, have you done upstairs? It's the architectural.
We relocate the Canadian architectural exhibits, partly, not everything that was downstairs before, and plus we added all the history of the city that we've gathered in the town there.
Good.
So that about covers it all.
Good. So is there anything else you wanted to add before we wrap things up here, or is that pretty well it? I think that we pretty well got everything in. We went over everything all beforehand. So, well, I want to thank you both for definitely all your hard work and for coming on the show to talk about this, and to the rest of your members as well. And lots of luck this summer. I think it looks really good so far. We don't want to give you too much of a look. We want to just give you a little taste test, and so you can come out and we can pique your curiosity. So that's what we want to do. So if you are a history buff and you, or if you have some visitors in town that you would like to, you need, it's nice for something to do and to show off your town, the rich history that we have here. So please, definitely come and check out the train station and museum in Temiskaming. It is something to see. So for another edition of A Slice of Home, I'm Anne Marie Desjardins.